What's up guys, welcome back. Now I know some people like to switch it up for Christmas a little bit and try something different, so today I'm going to show you how to make this shrimp boil bag. But before we do that, please take a quick second to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit that bell to enable notifications as well. Alright guys, meet me in the kitchen, let's make it happen. First things first, we have 2.5 pounds of extra large shrimp. We have some Yukon gold and some red potatoes just to have a little different color, but you can use whatever potatoes you like. Of course we have some corn, a lemon, onion, a few eggs, and some smoked sausage. And of course, we can't have a seafood boil without our friends from Juicy Crab providing this seasoning. If you guys haven't tried this yet, I've linked to it in my description box, so give that a try. First things first, we're gonna go ahead and prep these potatoes. Again, guys, you can use whatever color potatoes you like. I just personally like having a couple different colors in my seafood boil, so that's why I went with the red and the Yukon gold. Most importantly, we need to clean these bad boys off, so rinse them under cold water until the water runs clear. Usually takes about 2 or 3 times. Get in there with your hands, just make sure the potatoes are nice and clean. Then we're gonna bring them up to a boil. This step is important because we want the potatoes to be nice and tender when everything is done. Now we're moving on to our smoked sausage. All my pork police folks out there, you can use turkey or beef for this as well. Really, you can use whatever sausage you like, andouille sausage if you want it to be a little spicy. Just find whatever you like at the store and make sure you add some to your seafood boil for additional flavor. And now we're gonna prep our corn. Super easy, just break them in half. If you're serving a larger group, you can cut them into thirds. We wanna pre-cook the corn as well, so we're gonna add a little bit of water to this pan to help them steam a bit, and we're gonna pop them into the oven until they start to get tender. And then we're gonna boil our eggs as well until those are done. Bring that up to a boil, turn the heat off, cover it with a lid. 20 minutes later, you got perfectly cooked boiled eggs. And now we're gonna start prepping our ingredients for the sauce. So here we have 1 shallot that I'm gonna dice up. No right or wrong way to do this, guys. It's there for flavor, so we're just gonna dice it up. It'll cook down and reduce quite a bit in our sauce anyway, so no big deal on how you dice this up. There we go. You can use onion for this as well if you don't wanna use a shallot. Over a medium heat with our skillet, we're gonna add some avocado oil, and then we're going in with our sausage. I like to brown my sausage up. This step is totally optional. You could throw it right into your boil bag if you want to, since they're pre-cooked. But personally, I like to get a little char on the sausage for added flavor, and the sausage, render some fat, leaving behind some flavor in that pan for the rest of our sauce. So once you brown it up nicely, we're gonna take a slotted spoon and remove the sausage, leaving behind all that delicious flavor in our pan. Trust me, guys, on this one, we're trying to build flavor here. Now we're going in with 2 sticks of butter, because why the hell not? We're here for a good time, not a long time. All jokes aside, guys, this feeds about 4 to 6 people, so you're not eating all that butter. Once the butter starts to melt, we're going in with the shallot. Give that a good mix. Still working over medium heat here. We don't want to burn the butter up, so you don't want to have the heat too high. As always, guys, the specific measurements and ingredients are provided for you in the description box below, so don't forget to check that out. After a minute or 2 of cooking down the shallots, we're gonna add some fresh lemon zest. And we're also gonna go in with some lemon juice as well, because lemon just pairs beautifully with seafood. There's the juice, we got the zest in there. Absolute flavor party going on in this sauce. I'm gonna add some capers to the party as well. If you don't like capers, you can leave them out, but I'm going in with 2 to 3 tablespoons of them, followed by some minced garlic as well, about 1.5 tablespoons of that. But you can use as much or as little garlic as you want, depending on how much you like the flavor. Give that a good mix, still working over medium, maybe medium low at this point. Now we're going in with about 1/2 cup of white wine. Again, totally optional ingredient. If you don't want to cook with wine, just use a little chicken or seafood stock. Bring that up to a boil, and then we're going to reduce it back down to a simmer so we can cook the alcohol off from the wine. As always, guys, you want to taste as you go and adjust the flavor to your preference. And speaking of flavor, I'm going in with some of my hot all-purpose seasoning just to add a little bit of spice to the party. And of course, we're going in with our sponsor from Juicy Crab. This seafood seasoning is absolutely amazing, guys. If you haven't tried it yet, you can get that via the link in my description box. Give it a try. It makes your seafood boil so good at home. We're gonna give that a mix, make sure all the flavors are coming together nicely. Oh man, that looks good. This sauce is fantastic, guys. It goes perfectly on a seafood boil. I'm gonna add a little parsley for a pop of color. Give that a good mix as well. Make sure everything's coming together nicely. Nothing sticking to the bottom or to the sides. You always want to scrape the bottom of your pan when you're making a sauce. Now we're going to check on our potatoes. You want them to be fork tender, but not totally breaking apart. We're somewhere in the middle right there. And that's the name of the game for this recipe, guys. You want to pre-cook all of your ingredients before adding them to the boil bag. And for the boil bag, we're using these oven bags from Reynolds. They're not a sponsor, but you can find anything like this. A turkey bag would work as well. You can find those at your grocery store this time of year pretty easily. But this is the secret right here to making a nice boil bag at home. Save yourself a couple dollars. Our boiled eggs are perfectly cooked. We're gonna add them to some cold water to stop the cooking process. And then we're gonna set up our boil bag. So as you can see here, we've laid it over a casserole dish. Makes it easier to fill it up. We're going in with our pre-cooked corn. Add as many pieces as you want. We're also gonna add the potatoes, of course. We're gonna add all these ingredients to this boil bag along with that sauce that we made and pop that in a 400-degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes or until the shrimp are cooked through and everything is nice and tender. Our eggs are done. We're putting the raw shrimp in there that's already been peeled and deveined and allow that to cook. That doesn't take long to cook. Of course, we gotta season it up with the juicy crab seasoning or whatever seafood seasoning you like, guys. You can just, use whatever you have at the pantry if you don't have this just yet. There we go. Oh man, and here comes the flavor. We're going in with all that sauce that we made. Say it with me, guys, looking good. Once you have all of your ingredients into the boil bag and it's sauced up beautifully, we're gonna go ahead and tie it up. Toss it around a little bit to make sure that sauce is evenly distributed and everything in the bag has a little flavor on it. And then we're gonna pop that into an oven. So just tie it up nice and tight. These oven safe bags are very sturdy, but I still like to place them on top of something like a baking sheet or a casserole dish just to make sure nothing leaks out. But you wanna toss it around, make sure everything is well coated in all that sauce before it goes into the oven. And then, my friends, after about 15 to 20 minutes, you'll have yourselves a delicious homemade seafood boil bag. Again, another reminder, all the specific measurements and ingredients are provided for you in the description box below. We're gonna go ahead and plate this up. Brace yourself for a trademark money shot, going down with a little bit more seasoning. Shout out to Juicy Crab one last time. And then we're gonna hit it with a little bit more sauce, because why the hell not? Oh man, say it with me, guys, looking good. I can't wait to dig in here for a taste test. I think we already know how this one's gonna turn out. You really can't go wrong with a seafood boil. I've made a couple of these on the channel, but this one is by far the easiest. And since we only use shrimp, it wasn't too bad on the wallet either. But still very filling with the sausage and the eggs and everything like that. Give this recipe a try for sure. I got a little extra dipping sauce. We're gonna go in for the taste test, see what we got. The shrimp is perfectly cooked. Oh man, here we go, moment of truth. This recipe is absolutely money, guys. Give this one a try this Christmas. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell to enable notifications. And as always, thank you for your support.